Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to today's Esoteric Influences for the 7th day of September 2020. Well, it's Labor Day, so happy Labor Day, I guess. I don't know. Um, Things are in such flux for so many people right now, and we have a federal government that doesn't care. They just don't care about us. And so, that's unfortunately what we're seeing right now. Um, and it's very difficult, and especially if you're dealing with having to move because you can't pay your rent, or your house payment. If you're losing things, it's really tough right now. um, so I guess, given the seven energy for today, given that it's the seventh of the month, in this or it's the 9 months, so we're talking the energy of completion and endings and all of that. Maybe we're coming to maybe it's signaling some kind of understanding of where we really are right now, and where we're putting our allegiance. Because I would suspect, and I would say really that some of it's misplaced, depending on what it is. So with this seven energy, if a situation is still in flux, allow circumstances to settle before taking any action. Make sure you know what's really going on. So an observer role is a better option than stepping in before all facts are known. A lot of stuff's coming out now that's clarifying things. But then again, I guess it depends on your perspective, doesn't it? It may not clarify anything at all for you. But, let that happen. Just let it happen, because drop resistance and understand that there's been a tremendous amount of deception over the last few years that people have been expected to either buy into or contend with and to try to figure out. While the people that don't want that to happen, they're doing everything in their power to cloud the issue and to lie further and to distract and just to create more chaos. So it's very difficult to focus on the real issues right now. But giving yourself time, view it as the scales today. The seven energy is the scales, where you're in the center and you're allowing the pans of the scales here to come to rest before you make any decisions today. A seven life path describes an individual who's analytical, thoughtful, and a truth seeker, especially involving spiritual truth. And I would say, again, that at the core of all of the struggle right now is the expression or lack thereof of spiritual truth. Are we allowing spirit to inform our path, or is this just ego run amok, right? And we're having to deal with all of that now. Well, if so, Thurazaz is our rune for today. It's a fire element rune. It means the thorn. Kind of looks like a rose thorn there, doesn't it? It's also Thor's hammer. And it's defense, new beginnings, protection, opposition. But opposition not only from the outside in, but what are you doing to oppose your progress, your spiritual awakening? Because that's where we are right now in this time of ascension. This is time for spiritual awakening, to understand we are spirit and not the bodies, and that we need to begin functioning from that standpoint. Because when that happens, the frequency raises, doesn't it? And then we can ascend on, right, spiritually into other frequencies and other vibrations of expression and experience, which is where we need to go. In other words, we can stay in the muck if we want to, or not. I don't know. Maybe we don't. Maybe collectively we've just gone so far now that's just not going to happen for anyone. And those that are reluctant will just take them along with us. But bottom line, it's time to move on from the conflict and the chaos and into something that's more healing and loving and collectively natured, right? It is our fundamental reality, after all. So today, let's move around frustrations that occur by controlling impulsive behavior. That said, be aware of and stand against opposition that isn't in service to safety and protection. Because, yeah, we're still having to deal with that crap, aren't we? I was in the store the other day, and this lady walks. Well, we're not in the store yet. We're outside. We're just had gotten there, and we're thinking, are we going to take a cart from outside? Are we going to go in and get a cart? What are we going to do? And about that moment, this woman walks by, mask here, nose out, left it that way the whole time she was in the store. We got into an aisle, And she was down there. I says, and she starts walking our way. I says, now we've got to go. We're going to have to turn around. I told my husband we have to go. You know. So we turned around and we didn't have to go that way anyway, but we were going to, just in case we needed something down there. But it wasn't on our list. So I said, let's just go, because she's not wearing her mask over her nose. And I'm not going to, in case she's sick, I don't want to be around her. I don't know. So again, do what you have to do. Don't get into it with anybody, but do what you have to do to protect yourself from people that can't get it through their head how to wear a stupid mask, right? Properly. Don't even get me started on people that wear face shields only. Oh my God. Anyway, the moon's in Taurus today. You feel grounded by taking care of routine tasks. However, a trine between the moon and the sun indicates that assertiveness is less today, and you might be less inclined to meet challenges that could arise. Again, make the Thursday's energy work for you in that regard, and break through barriers. But if you're not ready to do it, then step back and reassess, allowing the 7 energy to help you along that way. I think that's probably the best thing to do. I know it's one of my bigger issues is, do I just act on impulse or do I think about it? Well, sometimes I just act on impulse and it doesn't always turn out. So anyway, the human design section of the reading today, active channels are still awareness, openness, and curiosity. Although I think curiosity ends either today or actually it could be Thursday. I don't know. I just let you know each day what it is. But as we affirm our shared values, it's clear that they support harmony and shared purpose, providing the necessary foundation for change driven by spirit within. Remain aligned with others and on the established path toward a successful outcome, but be open to counsel from informal channels that can bring new information to the collective. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff coming out right now. And a lot of people that spoke and spoke up for that article that was done in the Atlantic. I have a feeling that the people that didn't want to go on the record probably will at some point. You've got probably military people that are hesitant to do it, and I get it, But now you've got some others, and I can't think of who it was. One of them there, retired general. I think it was a retired general, just came out and says, "Yeah, you guys got to come out. You've got to speak up. You've got to put your name to this. This situation is that important. This country is that important that you speak up and you take the risk. Be like Lieutenant Colonel Vindman and take the risk. And no matter what it does, we'll figure it out. But right now we have to know the truth. It's very frustrating when you don't know the truth, and we've got to put names to it. We've got to." All the rest of the things that are coming out, I guess there's more stuff. So just pay attention to what comes out in the next week or so, week or two maybe, and see if it doesn't lend some clarity to any confusion that you might have going forward. So anyway, I guess that's it. Have a wonderful Labor Day. My husband didn't realize it was Labor Day, so I had to tell him. And it's like, well, just another day around the homestead here with the chickens waking us up early. So anyway, I'm going to go have some watermelon. You guys have a good day. And again, wear a mask if you're around anybody at all, whether you're inside or out. Just have a mask on. All right. Just eliminate the issue. All right. As best you can. And be good to yourself. Be good to one another. And blessed be.